guys, it's Brittney, and yes, I finally added Annabelle to my set. I don't know what happened. It's like I completely forgot about her, but when I was making my set, I knew that I was forgetting somebody. But yeah, so I replaced Chucky. Chucky's over there, so I'm like, Annabelle, I'm sorry, but she has to be there because she, you know, is like one of the stars of my channel, guys. So I'm excited to have Annabelle, but my camera keeps wanting to focus on her face, so it's kind of creeping me out, but in a good way. As you guys can see from the title, I don't even know where to begin. Now, this is a nightmare I had. This happened a few nights ago, and as soon as, you know, I woke up and I really was aware of everything and I knew, you know, okay, that was a nightmare. This is what caused the nightmare. I do know what caused the nightmare, and I'll tell you guys at the end of this video, and then as soon as I tell you, you're just like, wow, okay, that totally makes sense. But I just thought this would be an entertaining video because I don't know what the hell happened that night, or that morning actually, because this nightmare literally went on. What did I say? Why did I say literally so weird? Literally went on. To me, it felt like 2 hours, so maybe it was shorter than that, but I swear, maybe I shouldn't say I swear, I feel like it went on for a good 2 hours. I don't know, it felt like 2 hours. You know how sometimes dreams can feel a lot longer? I don't even know where to begin with this one, but I hope you guys enjoy. So going back to some previous videos, so if you are, you know, a hardcore follower of mine, you know, you watch every single video I post from beginning to end, then you know what I'm talking about. So I've mentioned that, you know, when I wake up in the morning, I'm paralyzed, and I'm not, you know, using that word to exaggerate. Like, I literally cannot move, and it's like I just need some time to be like, okay, this is who I am, this is where I am, this is what I'm all about. But it's like everything just like shuts down when I'm sleeping, and it just takes, I don't know, it's so weird, but it's not really alarming to me. It sounds scary, which it is, it can be scary, but this has been going on for years, so it's just kind of something that I'm really used to. But when I was making a video about how I wake up feeling paralyzed, I mentioned that I haven't been dreaming or having nightmares in such a long time, which is weird for me because I used to be like an active dreamer. I would remember my dreams like every night, and it was so entertaining for me to like go to sleep because I'd be like, oh, I wonder what's gonna happen in my head tonight. But recently, I have not had any dreams. I have not had any nightmares, and it's just been, I mean, I don't know if I am dreaming and having nightmares and I just don't remember, because that could be the case. But a few nights ago, and I don't know, I'm trying to think of what, I mean, I know exactly what caused it, but I'm just trying to think of why it was so vivid. And I feel like because I got a good night's sleep. I got probably about 8 hours of sleep, which, you know, I think everyone is supposed to get. Usually I get like 5 hours of sleep or something, even 4 hours sometimes. There's a 4 again. So in this nightmare, I have no idea exactly where I was. I was in the United States, and all I knew was it took 18 hours driving to get to this one specific location. So maybe it was Savannah, Georgia? I mean, I don't know, but the house that we went to, I have never seen in my life. I think it's just something that I made up in my head, but in this nightmare, it's almost like I'm a different person in this nightmare. I don't know, it's weird because in this nightmare, this location is on my bucket list. It's a place I've always wanted to go to. But, you know, being, you know, awake, girl, I've never even heard of this place. Like, the first time I've ever seen it was in this nightmare. So it's weird. And I was acting kind of different in the, I mean, I don't know. So anyways, we were at this place, and it was this big white house. Now, it kind of sounds like Villisca, like the Villisca Axe Murder House, but it wasn't Villisca. But it gave me Villisca vibes. Now, something super dark happened in this house. I don't remember what happened, but in this dream, like, apparently, like, I don't know, I guess I knew, but I mean, now that I'm awake, I have no idea what happened. So that's what I mean. It wasn't real because I would know if this was on my bucket list. You know what I mean? Like, it was so weird. Dreams are so weird, right? So I remember we got out of the car. There's no other houses around. It's just this big white house, and there's just trees everywhere. It's like, it's almost like it's in the middle of the forest kind of thing. So we got out of the car, and I remember standing in front of this house, and I said to Jonathan, I can't do this. And that's what I mean, like, this is not me, who I am in this, I almost said in this video. This was not who I was. Like, this is not who I am in this nightmare, because like, heck yes, I'm like, as soon as I get out of the car, I'm like, heck yes, I'm so excited to go in here, you know, I want to gather evidence, this is what I'm all about, and I'm super excited and pumped. But just looking at this house, I said to Jonathan, I can't do this, like, we gotta go back. And you know, we drove 18 hours, but in the dream, you know, I don't really remember that drive. It's a dream, so you just kind of teleport, you know what I mean? It just cuts to every scene. It's like a movie. All of a sudden, I'm looking, I don't know why I'm facing this way to look at the house, I guess it's just easier. But as I'm staring at the house, I'm looking in the bottom left window, and I saw a demon. And I've never seen a demon in real life, you know, and the way I picture a demon is kind of the way everyone has this idea of a demon. This demon was standing in the window. He was all black. He had horns, he had red eyes, but sometimes they would turn yellow. I don't know what's freakier, red eyes or yellow eyes. Let me know down below what you guys think. I go both ways. I'm like, holy crap, like red eyes are so creepy, yellow eyes are so creepy. He is staring at me, and he had like a tail. I could see it behind him, like sway, like, you know what I mean? It was just so messed up. He's staring at me through the window, and he just has this crazy, huge, evil grin and staring at me like this. I don't know if I look scary, but yeah, okay, my eyes, yeah. So he just, you know what I mean? And I remember like telling this dream out loud just makes it kind of funny to me, because it's just like, what the heck was this all about? This demon, I knew he was a demon. I don't know if he had anything to do with the house, and I guess that was what I was feeling when I was standing outside of the house, like this demonic activity. I just didn't want to go in. He's staring at me, and Jonathan didn't see him though. And I don't even know if I pointed out the demon to Jonathan, because you know it's like a dream. It cuts to, you know what I mean? I don't even think I pointed it out to him. I don't even think he knows what I saw. I think I just kind of kept quiet. But I just remember I was so terrified. I've never felt so scared in my life. I've been scared, you know, being, I almost said alive, I am alive, but being awake in situations I've been scared. But this is probably the most scared I've ever felt. And this was a nightmare, so does it even count? Now the thing with this nightmare was I kept waking up. I probably woke up about 8 times, I would say. And every time I woke up, it was like the paralyzed thing, right? But this time my eyes were not opening. I was awake, but my eyes were closed. And I couldn't move, but I knew that I was dreaming. And it's almost like, so I don't know if this is some sleep paralysis, I don't know what it was. So I'm laying in my bed and my eyes are closed, but my heart, every time I woke up, my heart physically hurt. I don't know what that was all about, because I didn't feel that way in the nightmare. It's just, I was like, I couldn't move, right? But I was like, you know what I mean? Like you're kind of like trembling, but almost in your mind, but you know you are awake. So I guess it is kind of like sleep paralysis. I guess it kind of is that sleep paralysis, because it's not like I opened my eyes and saw things, but when I woke up and knew that it was a dream, I knew that, you know, I saw a demon in the window and I was freaking out, and I was so scared laying in my bed, even though I knew it was a dream. And every time I would fall back to sleep, I would just go right back to the dream. So it's weird too, because you'd think that, you know, the amount of times that I woke up, that when I did go back to the dream, that it could be, you know, a lucid dream and I could start, you know, doing what I want kind of thing. And you'd feel, I don't know, you would think that I would have more control of this dream, knowing that I knew it was a dream every time I went back. But every time I went back, I just kind of forgot that I kept waking up. So, you know, it doesn't really make sense. It's just really creepy how I kept waking up. And every time I woke up, like I said, my eyes were closed. I never opened them, and I was just freaking out inside. Like my heart was pounding, but it was physically in pain. I couldn't believe what I saw, and I kept like saying in my head, like, I do not want to go back to that house. Even though I didn't go back into it. But eventually I did go back. Sorry, I'm kind of like, I'm going ahead of myself, but I just never wanted to go in that house, and I was terrified of this demon. So anyways, I guess I'll just, you know, it doesn't really matter when I kept waking up, because it wasn't like when I'd wake up and I go back in, something like crazy would happen. It's just I kept going in and out. So I guess I'll just kind of end that at that, because I'll get back into the dream so you guys know what's going on, because it's like all over the place. Unless like you experience what I experienced, then you would understand it more, but I just don't want to be confusing this video. So I'm seeing the demon in the window, right? But eventually he just like disappeared, and I wish, I don't know how to explain what I was feeling. It's just, I've never been so scared in my entire life, even though this is all a dream. It was all in my head. And I just said to Jonathan, like, I can't do this. Like, I'm sorry. I'm glad I didn't post anything on social media or anything, because my viewers would be very disappointed in me, because I couldn't do it. And you guys know that is not me. That is not me. If this was real life, I would have handled it totally different. If I saw that demon, I would have, ran right through that window and just been like, you know, smiling back at him kind of thing, and just being, you know, like, can I film you? Actually, I wouldn't even ask him. I would film him to get that evidence. You guys know me. So it's like I'm playing a character in this. I almost said video again. Playing a character in the stream. It's just, it's not who I am. You know, I mean, I don't know. I think if I did encounter a demon, of course I'd be freaked out. But I would definitely, you know, because you're in there to get evidence. But anyways, I was just so scared, and then Jonathan's basically like dragging me to the door saying, you have to do this. Like, we came all this way, 18 hours, and still I don't know where I am. I have no idea where this house is. And it's gonna be really creepy if one day I do come across this house. You know, just out of nowhere, I come across it and it's like deja vu. I've seen this place before. Anyways, we are standing at the front door. Jonathan opens up the door. I walk on in so slowly, and you kind of like go through this hallway, and then the kitchen was on the right. When we went inside, I don't know why we went to the kitchen first, but we were inside of the kitchen. When we walked in, all of the cupboard doors were wide open. All of the chairs were stacked up on top of each other on the table. And I remember staring, and I've never felt so scared in my life. It almost came to the point where I felt like I wanted to throw up. Like, that's how scared I was. Like, I think I really thought I was gonna die if I stayed in that house and I tried to make communication with whatever was in this house, and clearly it was a demon. The demon that was at the window was the force in this house that was definitely making me feel that way. That demon was waiting for me that whole day for me to arrive in this dream. Like, I think he wanted me to be in that house alone. I don't know what would have happened, but I said to Jonathan, like, I can't be in this house. And I knew that I would disappoint a lot of you guys if you found out that I backed out. Like, that was what I was worried about, you know, because I just never want to let down my viewers. And I'm always I'm in there for the evidence and stuff. Like, nothing can make me run away. So it's like, I don't know, but I was so scared. Anyways, I ran out of the house. But this time I ran into the backyard. Since we're already in the kitchen, there was a doorway to the backyard. So I ran to the backyard because it's the closest way out. So Jonathan comes out after me, and he's like, so, you know, are we gonna do this? Like, you know, what is your problem? And I just said, I can't do it. There's something, I'm not supposed to be in this house. If I go in this house, I am going to die. And I don't want to die. You guys know, like, I want to live a long, healthy life. I have so many things that I want to do in this life. I do not want to, like, one of my biggest fears is dying young. Like, that's one of my biggest fears, and dying in general, like when I'm older, is one of my biggest fears as well. So we're standing in the backyard. Jonathan starts like setting up a tent out of nowhere, right? And, you know, we're just gonna stay out in the tent because I just told him, you know, give me time to just kind of gather my thoughts before I go in here again, because I knew that I would have to, you know, do something. Do you hear my stomach? I'm so hungry. So we're setting up the tent and stuff, and then I'm just staring at the window. So the top window, because we're on the opposite side of the house, was a bedroom. And the light, it's like, I guess it was a light. It looked like a light turned on inside of the bedroom window. And I could see the walls, but the walls looked like trees. And I saw a man walk by. And I thought it was a human. Now this is when I woke up and then I came back into the dream. So I just don't want it to be confusing. So, okay. I woke up after I saw the man walk by the window, and I was so scared again because I knew that man was the demon disguising himself as the man walking by. And when I woke up, I, you know, paralyzed again, but my eyes were closed and I was just so scared. Like, this is how I would be if I woke up. Like, that's how I was in the dream, like shivering, but I just, you know, like stuttering, and even though I wasn't stuttering when I woke up, but I've never felt that fear ever. So I think when I woke up, that's when I was kind of in this sleep paralysis mode, because I could not open up my eyes and I felt that fear even though I knew I was awake, kind of thing. So I wonder what I would have seen if I actually opened up my eyes. Eventually I went back to sleep, and I'm just still, majority of this dream just happened with me and Jonathan standing outside of this house and me just staring at it and just shaking, being traumatized, having this awful feeling, having this physical pain in my heart when I would wake up, and just, you know, having like those butterflies in your stomach, but it was just intense butterflies, and feeling nauseous. I don't know, this whole dream is just so messed up. Anyways, I'm sorry guys, like, what the heck happened? I still don't know what happened, but I'll tell you what I think, what I know caused the dream, like, at the end. So anyways, we're in the backyard, and I'm just, you know, staring at the house, and I noticed my dog Bentley. He is inside of the house just staring at me through the door, and it was like a glass door, right? So I start freaking out because, first of all, how the heck did Bentley get here? Like, I didn't bring him with me, and I was scared because there's a demon in that house, and I thought the demon was gonna go after Bentley. So, of course, I ran to the door, I opened it, but Bentley ran further more into the house, and I was like, I was almost crying because I couldn't deal with this house. I was so scared. So I went into the hallway and stuff, and I just told Jonathan, like, please come in with me. Do not leave me. Like, we have to get him now. I don't know how he got here, kind of thing. So I grab him, and I'm holding him in the backyard. So I got him from the hallway. We went outside in the backyard again, and we're just staring at this house. And I'm still, like, shivering, and I'm traumatized. It's summertime too, so it's not like it was cold where we were. I don't know where we were. I hope that one day I will find out exactly where this house was. So after waking up numerous times and then going back into the dream, this is how the dream ended. So we're still outside of this house. Bentley, he just like jumps out of me, and I can't see because it's nighttime, right? So it's like pitch black. There's no street lights or anything. It's just this house and just woods everywhere. So between the side of the house, there's a fence, which is weird because I don't know, it doesn't make any sense because there was no house. You would think that there'd be a house beside the fence, you know what I mean? Like it's a neighborhood, but it's not. Then Jonathan starts running after Bentley. So I'm like, wait, don't leave me, like, don't leave me. I can't be here by myself. And I start freaking out, I'm screaming, and I can't see anything. So I'm running through, you know, the little, where the house is, the side of the house and that little area, and then the fence, you know what I mean? So it's like a small area. I could barely fit through it. So I start running through it, and all of a sudden I felt Bentley brush against my leg. And I started freaking out because I thought he was ahead. So I don't know if I knew it was him or if I was like freaking out because it wasn't him and something just brushed against me. And that is how I woke up. So what makes it even freakier was when I woke up, it was between the 6 a.m. hour, like it was right after 6 a.m. I always look at the clock. So when I fully woke up and, you know, everything, you know, I knew I was out of this, it was a nightmare, I calmed down and everything, I looked at the clock and it was a little after 6 a.m. So I thought it was weird because 6, and you know, that's like the devil's number and stuff, and it was a little after 6. It'd be freaky if it was 6 o'clock or 6:06 a.m. but it was just like a little after 6. It was like 6:09 or something like that, but I just thought that was kind of weird. I mean, I don't know if it has anything to do with it, but just the fact that it was, you know, in that hour of 6 o'clock, you know, and it's the devil's number. So I don't know if I'm like looking too much into it and stuff, but I'm assuming you guys want to know, okay, well girl, tell us what happened, like how do you know what caused this dream? Well, the night before, or that morning actually, because this dream felt like it went on for 2 hours, but I don't know, maybe it wasn't 2 hours, maybe it was a lot shorter, but I actually fell asleep watching Insidious Chapter 2, and I fell asleep right at the beginning. Like I was probably 2 minutes in the movie, because I started watching it pretty late, like it was after midnight when I started watching it, like, it was like 3 a.m. That's weird, 3 a.m. when I started watching it, like who does that? But I don't know, I do it for some reason. So I was watching it pretty late and I felt, maybe, I don't know, was it before 3? I don't know, girl, like I don't know. But I fell asleep and the movie played the whole, because I was watching Netflix, it just, you know, played the whole movie. So I'm sleeping while the movie is playing kind of thing. But when I was sleeping and having this nightmare, the movie wasn't on. Like it was totally done and over, but I know that's what caused the dream. Like it had to be Insidious Chapter 2. It had to be. It was just something with, I don't know guys, but that's how it happened. So that is what happened. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird video, but I thought I would let you know because I just made a video recently saying like I haven't been dreaming or anything and it's been so weird and it's just, you know, and then all of this, you know, all of a sudden this comes out of nowhere and it's when I'm watching Insidious Chapter 2 and then, you know, this whole like crazy nightmare is just like thrown into my mind. So I don't know what it means, and I know people are gonna be like, oh my god, you're possessed, like there's a demon coming after you. No, it was just, you know, my mind making up a weird story. But I'm interested to know if this house that I was going to investigate is an actual house in real life that I just don't know of yet. And imagine that demon is real. Imagine I actually eventually go to this haunted location and I'm standing outside and there's a demon staring at me in the window. I would not act the way that I was acting in, I almost said the movie, like what is wrong with me in this dream? I would have, you know, I would have been kind of shocked at first, like, oh my god, am I really seeing this? But I would run towards it, jump through the window, and, you know, try to gather the evidence. So anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Today's shout out goes to Riley Hunt. Thank you so much for watching my videos, Riley. It means a lot to me. Now, if you want a chance at a shout out in my next video, all you gotta do is make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, turn on your post notifications, and comment down below. I'm a brother in, and you could be next. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world in the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. Hashtag team Brittney44, hashtag brotherins, hey! And I will see you guys in my Friday video. Bye!